Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I'm trying to be consistent and bring you guys a new art video every Sunday. So if you subscribe to the channel, show me some love, then I will have the motivation to really put in the effort and bring you guys the content that you would like to see. Anyway, now coming back to today's video, what is it about? So I recently took a poll on Instagram asking you guys if you would be interested in seeing a flip through of all the artworks that I made last year. And a lot of you voted yes, so here we are. Now what is the point of making a flip through video? First is to obviously show you everything that I painted using gouache or whatever medium in my sketchbook. But second is to show you that with constant practice, even though you're not making a huge change, on a daily basis, but when you look back to that, you will see a major difference from when you started in the beginning of the year to the end of the year. At least for me, I see a huge change in the way I saw a huge change in the way I used to paint in the beginning of the year and then towards the end. I learned a lot about medium, and last year I focused mostly on one medium, that was gouache. I always wanted to explore more about it, but I never really got the time. And since last year I decided to do art full time, I had a lot of time on my hands to explore gouache. So that's what I did last year. Anyway, without wasting any more time, let us jump right into the flip through. Alright, let us get started with the flip through. So before we go ahead and start going over all these paintings, let me just talk to you guys about all the stuff that I painted on. In the first initial months of 2022, I painted on these ready cut sheets. These are from Strathmore. You'll find the link to that in my description box. Then I painted on these two sketchbooks. These are from Etcher. They were from the same brand but just different sketchbooks. This one is 300 GSM if I'm not wrong, or 270. It's really cool. And even this one is 270 or 300. I don't really remember the exact weight of the paper, but this one opens like an accordion, which is very cool, I think. So these two sketchbooks are the ones that I painted on. These are from Etcher, the link in my description box in case you're interested in getting them. And then I painted on these sketchbooks. These are from this brand called Fairy Tale Arts. It's an Indian brand, so in case you're interested in getting that, you can get it from the link in my description box. Everything is in my description box. Anyway, so this one's really cool because it's 320 GSM, originally meant for watercolors, but when I painted on the sketchbook using gouache, I was really happy with the textures that I was able to achieve because the paper has this really nice grainy texture, which was really great. So you're always experimenting. It's always good to experiment on different papers and see what you like at the end of the day. So anyway, this is it about the sketchbook. I'll get back to more details when I'm showing you the paintings. Alright, so let's just move on to the loose sheets first. I'm going to show you the paintings from a few of my classes on Skillshare. So in case you're interested in learning how to paint them, then you can join me on Skillshare as well. The first bunch of paintings that I'm going to show you are from my 10 days of skies. So this was one of the few initial classes that I posted on Skillshare last year. So let's just dive right into that. This one is not included in the class project. This one is just a painting that I made on my own. Alright, so these are from my 10 days of gouache challenge. This was mostly about painting different types of sky, and the idea behind these paintings were to learn blending and to practice clouds. So I kept the projects very simple and very easy to paint along for beginners. Alright, the next set of paintings that I'm going to show you are from my 15 days of gouache challenge, where we explore the beauty of nature together. Again, all the links of whatever I'm saying is in the description box, so wherever you feel you're interested to learn and grow, then you can sign up there and just join me in the class. So these next 15 projects are from the 15 days of gouache challenge. Alright, so these were it from the 15 days of gouache challenge, and these were the paintings that I painted, I think, in the first half of 2022, on the loose sheets, of course. So these were the ones that I painted on the loose sheets before in the first half. Along with that, I also painted on this one, which is probably one of my favorite sketchbooks and the most cherished paintings inside. I think I painted this in the month of May, and I was so happy with the way in which I was exploring and learning so much about gouache and how you can paint seascapes using them. So the sketchbook is filled with just seascape paintings. So let's just dive right into that. Let me just put this aside so they can get a good view. All right. Actually, this one I think has to be my favorite, and even this one as well. I also taught this in one of my classes on Skillshare. It was learning beadscapes using gouache. So in case you're interested in learning how to paint this, you can join me there. I think I really like this one as well. I love the water droplets around it. It has turned out so pretty. Alright, yeah, this is it for my accordion sketchbook. As you can see, it opens like this, which I think is very cool. You can also paint on the sides behind it, which I didn't end up doing. Probably this year I'll try and fill this in. Alright, the next sketchbook that I painted on, so these are the ones that I painted in the second half of 2022. So the next one that I painted on was from on the City Sketchbook from Fairy Tale Arts. The first 7 paintings were actually from one of my classes. It was a 7-day sketchbook challenge in which we were painting sort of really nice spring landscapes, green, nice spring landscapes. So in case you're interested in learning, you can join me there again. Alright, so let's just quickly dive into it. So over here, these were a lot more detailed, as you can see, as compared to the previous ones that I taught in my class, because these were for intermediate levels. So we were exploring a lot about layers and textures, and as you can see, I worked a lot on the textures in this. Look at the texture on the tree, and it was so easy to achieve this because of the texture of the paper. So I think these 7 were from the class projects of that class, and after that I just painted for myself in this sketchbook. Alright, yep, this is it for this one, for the Fairy Tale Art sketchbook. Let us go ahead and watch the ones in my Etcher sketchbook. Now this sketchbook is again one of my favorite sketchbooks to work with because it has a good amount of texture. The paper is not really thick, so it works out well. And at the same time, I love the finish that this paper gives to your gouache. So the paintings in the sketchbook will appear more vibrant. I mean, at least to what I think and to my eyes, it appears a little bit more vibrant, and I really like the way that looks. So I'm just going to show you what I mean. Alright, so this is one of the first paintings. all the paintings in this sketchbook are just painted for me. I didn't really teach any of these on Skillshare. So I was just exploring a little more advanced version of gouache, a little bit more texture play, a little bit more layering, and trying out different techniques that works. This one got a lot of love on Instagram. I was so happy that, you know, I mean the hard work that I put into this really got the recognition and the love it deserved. This one has to be my favorite from this entire sketchbook. I love the sun, you know, coming through the mountain texture and even the trees. This one has to be my favorite for sure. Then I explored some autumn roads. And just really exploring different seasons helped me understand the colors that you can use for each of the seasons, which was really helpful for me. Some more roads. This one again received a lot of love on Instagram, so which was fairly easy to paint, but I think it's the colors that is so vibrant and appealing to the eyes. This one again is one of the top favorites from this sketchbook, and this one too. Alright, I think this is it. Alright, so this was from my Etcher sketchbook. I painted a lot of paintings in this one, probably around 25 to 30 in that. And yeah, this is pretty much it for all the sketchbooks and the artworks that I painted in them. And this is it. I hope you enjoyed watching the flip through. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and comment down below what is the medium that you want to focus on this year and learn. Anyway, this is it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.